because we have to do that because our broker tells us we have to. So I am going to do that, and then I'm going to pop to some videos that I have. Hopefully these will be some things that will make you aware of things that are going on today in the market. So just let me get my complete kit. Should be there. Okay. So first and foremost, says it right on the first page. There's a reason why. It's legality, legal, liability. Open house question. Murray J. Coleman, our broker, please clarify the following question. Are there any restrictions on our Keller Williams agents hosting open houses for other brokerages? Guess who asked that question to Murray? I did. I knew the answer already, but I kept finding out that there were agents in this office that were hosting open houses for other brokerages. Well, it's a liability issue. I get it. Most of the agents said, well, I live in this neighborhood and I saw there's a XYZ brokerage has a listing. So I asked if I could do the open house there because I could walk to it. Sounds like a good thing. The only problem is you put yourself and our brokerage into a liability issue. Okay? So Murray answered it this way. He said, I do not recommend it. We have enough of our own listings. Why? Our E&O insurance, errors and omissions, may not cover you for sale by owner open houses. I'll talk about that in a second. And the listing agreement XYZ Realty has indemnifies that listing broker, not us. So in other words, they can do it the same way as the listing agreement you have with your listing indemnifies us. As Murray would say, I want a good business reason to do it, and he wants a hold harmless agreement from the XYZ listing broker. What would happen if you knock something over, like a valuable statue or something? Now, I have agents that have done this with other things, got Murray's blessing. One of them that did it was because the agent that they did it for was a former Keller Williams agent in this office. So Murray knew them. Okay? But honestly, you don't want to do this. I'll tell you the short story. 6 years ago, her name is Cynthia Bradley. She was a Keller Williams agent in this office. She had her signs going all the way up to the open house. The open house was swinging Caldwell Banker. And the lady on the other side of that wall, Georgia Alpazar, the regional director, responsible for 38 offices, walked into that and ripped her a you-know-what. Okay? That's what you don't want to happen. Okay? So please, by the end of today, guess what? How many of you know there's open houses you can do right now? How many of you know how many there are that you can do? By the end of today, you'll know that there's over 1,400 that you could do right now. The problem is most agents don't go out and reach out and do it. I'll tell you point blank, I'm tired of seeing on our Facebook pages, hey, I'm available to do an open house this week. No. Go to the source and say, I have X number of signs, I have done shadowing twice, I am prepared to do it, etc. Guess what happens when you do that? You'll get asked before they post on there looking for an open house opportunity. That's how you get better at this game. Okay? All right, so let's continue. Is there any question about Murray's response? Oh, I wanted to talk about for sale by owners. Old school, and you're going to hear this from old school too, because old school seems not to die. Old school, we used to go to the for sale by owner and say, hey, could we do a free open house for you this weekend so we could keep the buyer leads? And oh, by the way, once I do such a great job for you, then you'd probably let me list it for you, right? Yeah, that'll put you in harm's way. That's a liability issue. You can't do that. So stop it. If you're being told by people, just offer to do a free open house for sale by owners. Stay in your lane, stay legal, and do it with one of the 1,400 open house opportunities I'm going to show you today. Okay? All right. Any questions? We can move on. Beautiful. Beautiful. Open house requirements. I put this together with a few of the top teams in this office. It says, thank you so much for holding an open house. We appreciate your willingness and desire to help our sellers sell their home. Our standards are very high and our sellers are expecting the best service. Therefore, please be aware of the following. You must have an active e-key. Who does not have an active e-key? Okay? You can't do an open house. So you want to get that active e-key as fast as you can. You can't really do any business anyway, because most mega agents use electronic lock boxes on all their listings. So if you don't have that, you can't get in, number one. The reason that this is put first is for the incident that happened 6 years ago, where an agent called the director of operations on a Sunday at 12 o'clock and said, hey, come open the door, I don't have an e-key. And we swore that's never ever going to happen again. This is your business. It's part of your business. You need to have an active e-key, okay? So please get an active e-key. Please ensure that you have shadowed 2 open houses prior to attempting to do one. Unfortunately, that's not monitored. What I mean by that is, some people do 2 shadows and then do open houses, then get other people to shadow them. It's not really what we're looking for. We're looking for someone that does consistently an open house, that does it the right way so they can teach you how to do it. So unfortunately, because it's not really monitored like that, it's pretty much learn on your own. So my advice to you is to pay attention, number one. So I'm going to bring it up now. I was going to talk about it later, but I'll bring it up now. How much do you get paid when you shadow an open house?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Why do you get nothing?
You get the value to learn it.
I beg your pardon?
You get to learn how to do it.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you're doing an open house and you're shadowing, you should be given 100%. That means you show up 2 hours before to put out the signs. You stay the whole entire time. You learn the scripts. You know how to do it. And then you stay after to clean up. Now, about 6 or 8 months ago, shadowing got too out of hand because people kept writing, you must stay for the entire open house. Because shadowers were saying, well, if I'm not going to get anything, I'm just going to show up and I'll leave in 10 minutes, right? I shadowed, that's it. No. The first thing you want to do is, if you're going to shadow, ask, what are you going to get? Ask. Because if you don't ask, don't expect anything. And a lot of agents put their shadowing opportunities so they don't have to pay you. That's why they're doing that. Because they know they need a second body. Because you should never do it by yourself. And I'll tell you point blank, if I'm doing an open house with you, if it's one of you, it's 50-50 split. If it's 2 of you, it's 34, 33, 33. If it's 3 of you, it's 25, 25, 25, 25. If it's 4 of you, it's 20, 20, 20, 20. But I promise you, you're going to show up and you're going to learn and you're going to do the job. Because I was taught a long, long time ago, if you don't offer something to somebody, why bother expecting anything out of them? And in today's market, you're going to hear what? Oh my God, 50 people came to the open house. How can they possibly do it by themselves, number one? They can't. So stop being so stingy with your life and your leads. Number two, if you don't have somebody that has half a clue to what's going on here, i.e. either you guided them or you learned the right way, how do you expect them to handle it? When the first couple walks in, you pay love to them, and then The others that came in are the real buyers, and they just go walking out the door because you didn't pay and give them any love. That's why you want to make sure everybody's on the same page. You might also get a partner that might become your accountability partner, your reliability partner, etc., that can help you. Remember, this is always better than this. Right now, the way people are doing shadowing and they're not giving you anything, okay? No.
Well, you mentioned 50-50. 50-50, you split the leads or y'all split the commission?
The whole entire thing.
Gotcha.
So if we get 2 leads and one of them cashes in, we're splitting 50-50 on that. Hello?
Say it again.
Say it again. I'm like, what?
I beg pardon?
You said the whole entire thing?
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Like, once the transaction goes through, you would get 50% of.
Were you at that open house?
Yeah.
Did you set up the signs with me? Did you stay for that entire thing? Did you help? You're getting 50% if you're with me.
Yeah, but I don't think everybody know that.
Oh, no, they don't. Because they all do it the other way.
A lot of them are.
You're just shadowing. That's it.
Or they're splitting the leads.
Yes. And I don't, that's not, you know what happens when you split the leads? You get a lot of unhappy people.
Yeah.
Because you get in your mind, because your mind is a terrible thing, the human being says, oh my God, every time we split the lead, she got the better ones. Every time we split the lead, he got the better ones. That's why no. If we get 10 leads, we're both going to work those 10 leads. You may write the thank you note, thanking them for coming. I may write the follow-up note. I may put them on the smart plan. But you're going to be involved to the finish. Because if you have skin in the game, aren't you going to put skin in the game? That's my point. Okay? Sorry, didn't mean to get so melodramatic.
So
It's passion.
you definitely provided that tip before my first shadow, and so I was able to ask that question.
Excuse me. You know what's to ask that question. I'm proud of you.
Right.
You go, girl.
But it also doesn't
And
force them to do it that way.
no. So then you make a decision. Do you want to shadow at an open house or not?
Right.
It's up to you. There's nothing in stone that you have to shadow. You ask for the opportunity. You ask for it up front. While we're on that subject, let's go this route. Every open house that you do, that you hold, typically it's not your own, it's somebody else's listing, correct? You better ask this question. Who keeps the leads?
Yep. I asked that earlier.
She was here. I should have used her. She was here this morning. Katie Goberevic, thank you. Katie Goberevic came crying to me. She did an open house for a Waterford Lakes KW agent, got 3 seller leads, and when she told them, what they did, reported, the agent said, no, we keep the seller leads, you only get the buyer leads. We don't practice that here at Keller Williams Classic Realty. If some agent in this office tells you that, we want to know about it. You're providing a service for that listing. You get to keep buyer, seller, investor, and whatever else walks through that door. But you got to ask if you're going to go outside. Okay? You got to ask. Yeah, I wish Katie was still here. She would tell you. She was what. Okay?
You said I was
Myth.
outside KW.
It was another Keller Williams office. Okay? Yeah.
That's another good question. You said who split the lead, who get the lead. So in that case, if y'all split it 50-50, the commission, what about the leads? Would y'all just do every other person get that lead?
I prefer to work them all together.
Yeah.
Right now together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, it could be that you spoke to the one lead and you made a better relationship, let you do the talking. But don't forget, somebody's got to do the transaction, somebody's got to do all that. So there's a lot of stuff involved.
But I mean after, like, follow up, like who put the person.
You decide with that person. Yeah, you decide. Here, what it does is develop a system
Yeah.
where you might become the open house team. Just saying. It's possible. All right. Let me continue on because we were running a little short on time since we started a little late. All right. Please ensure you've shadow 2 open houses attempted review, gate codes, pets, lockbox location, alarm codes, etc. You must arrive 30 to 60 minutes early to prepare for your open house. I would tell you to arrive 2 hours earlier because I'm going to teach you the way I was taught. Okay? Her name is Katie Lecter. Katie Lecter is a mega agent in Melbourne. Katie Lecter stood in this room, right here, I promise you. Yes, please. And Katie Lecter told us that she put out 97 ugly yellow signs. 97 on the front lawn. That's when I got the aha that I'm not using no less than 100 signs at my open house. Okay? She also showed us the storyboards. Now the funny thing is she did it and then came back about, I'd say 6 months to a year later, and she's good friends with Beth, and Beth's talking to her and said to her, so Katie, how's business going? What are you projecting to do next year? She said, well, I'm projecting to do 6. And Beth said to her, 6 million? She said, no, 60 million. And better than half of her business is from open houses. Half of her business are from open houses. So typically, generally, usually, I would tell you, I am not at all a big fan of this. Two-hour open houses, why do you even bother taking a shower that day? In fact, don't. Stay in the clothes from last night, because you're only doing 2 hours. There's no effectiveness. An open house is actually a lead generation day.
Ronnie, can you kind of scoot that over a little bit? We can't.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize. I thought I had it all under way. Okay. So for me, I start at 9 a.m. to 11. I'm going to put out the signs. From 11 to 3, I'm going to run the open house. What happens at 3 o'clock?
Start closing down.
You can't. You can never get them out of there at 3 o'clock. So from 3 to 4, you get them out the door. And then mysteriously, you put out 100 signs, took you 2 hours. Mysteriously, in 1 hour, you can pick up the signs. And that, ladies, is your 9 to 5 full lead generation day. What does that do for you? When are typically open houses done?
Weekend?
Why? Why can't it be done every day of the week?
People work.
Okay, and?
Kids.
Okay, and? It's okay. You're throwing out all the limiting beliefs. All the limiting beliefs. Let me ask you this question. If you would do an open house in a high traffic area and do it between the hours of, well, you want to run 12 to 2 is your hot time, lunchtime, and somebody walks in off their lunch break, what's the motivation of that buyer? During the week, coming in there. High.
Hi.
Yes, much higher.
Yes.
What else happens when you do it during the week? You beat the people that are going on the weekends, and if you do it on the Monday, you beat the people that miss the weekend. 5 to 7 is another good one. I did it out here on Conway Windermere. Ran it from 5 to 7. Best time to do is when? Right now in the summertime. Why? Because it doesn't get dark till 9 o'clock. So I can run from 5 to 9 and up. All I did was put the signs all over Conway Windermere, dodging traffic. Once I got set it up, funnel them in.
So you
Okay?
do during the week as well?
They're coming out home after work, they spot it, bam.
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
Any day of the week is
Any
good.
day of the week.
Any day of the week is good.
You said do the week 12 to 2?
Well, if you're gonna do the lunch crowd,
Yeah.
find a popular area where there's lunch crowd and do that, right? Because then you have the option to do that. But that's how you do your 9 to 5. So what's the 9 to 5 do for you? Gives you another day off during the week if you're doing this on a weekend, right? Now you don't have to worry about coming in on Tuesday or Wednesday. Take that day off. Okay? Because how many of you are working 7 days a week right now?
No, 6.
Yeah, right? Because you're getting your business, you're getting ready to get ready, as we say. It's all right, I feel your pain. This can help you to leverage, give you a little leverage. If you do a mega open house the right way, you should be fine. All right, let's go a little more into this. You know what I gotta do? I'll just keep running this. Okay, it says here, should have 10 to 25 directional open house signs. I laugh at that and I let it go. Put a 0 next to that. I will put out no less than 100.
Always do 50.
50, that's okay too. I like 50. I'll let you go with 50. I get it.
But then you're 50 with my 40 that I have.
And there you go. Now you're talking, ladies. Now you're talking.
When I'm on open houses, I ask them what brought you to my open house. I do find out about it. Your signs.
Okay.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yep.
Now you're speaking my language. Okay? So that's what brings the people to there. All right, so next thing. Direct any questions from the seller back to their listing agent. If it's not your listing, the seller might be there to see, oh, who's going to do the open house? And then, of course, the seller says, well, do you think it's priced right? Do not voice your opinion.
How do you answer that?
It's very simple. You know, that's a great question. I'll have your agent get in touch with you so you guys can discuss that. That's exactly right. Don't give your own opinion. Put yourself in harm's way. Okay? All right. Email the listing coordinator with your feedback from any open house contacts. They will need feedback 12 p.m. on Monday. This assuming it was a Saturday or Sunday open house. The date. How many people attended? Just a number. That's fine. If they have an agent, please provide the agent's contact information. Okay? So if they have an agent, does that still cut you out? No, not really. Because there's no guarantee they're still going to buy that home. So I would still keep in touch. The reason they want that agent is so they can keep after them in case they do decide to buy that home. Okay? All right. Now, when the agent shows up, I'll throw a little of this out there for you. The agent shows up while their customer is looking around. You might want to ask them, so how's your business going? How's everything out there? We'd like some honest feedback about the open house. What do you think about the open house? Do you understand what I'm getting at?
Yes.
And then invite them to Ronnie's open house class or to Ignite or to Savannah's class or any one of the other free classes. And lo and behold, make sure Malaya or Sean know about it and they might be coming to your downline. Just saying. Those of you that have taught classes, I've told you, if you're not going to do an open house this weekend, go look at how the other ones are doing it. Ask them questions. And then bring them here. Okay?
So I got a quick question, kind of running back to.
Quick question, go ahead.
So when, like, say for instance, a client comes in and they say, oh, I have an agent, blase, blase, and I usually ask, like, is your agent actually helping you looking or anything? And they kind of throw out a name there. If they do have an agent, how would you still keeping that touch point with
So how did you find out that they had an agent?
by accident?
Or what'd you ask them?
Are they working with the agent?
Okay, so do you want me to fix it for you so you don't have to ask it that way and you can ask it this way?
Okay.
Okay? Yeah, I mean, until I learned how to do it, write it down. You're probably going to ask them, how long you been looking? I don't care if they said 1 hour or 10 months. They are working with other agents, I promise you, okay? And maybe not tied up to them. Here's how you deliver it. Oh, wow, so you've been looking for 2 weeks. I assume, since you came in here directly to me, you're not attached to another agent.
I assume since
Now they gotta think about it.
you came
And about that answer.
to this open house,
I assume, since you came in here directly to me, you are not attached to another agent.
you are not attached
Wait for the response.
to another.
Everybody knows why we wait, right? What does wait stand for?
So like reply, say correct.
No, wait stands for why am I talking?
Oh, okay.
You got 2 ears and 1 mouth.
I assume that since you came in directly to me.
You wait for the response. If they say, well, my agent, da-da-da-da-da. Well, how come your agent is not here accompanying you today? You're just coming from curiosity. What you're saying in your head is, What, I do his work for her or her work for her? Okay. And then when they say that, unless it's their mother, cousin, etc., they're fair game. Meaning, well, let me ask you, have you sat down and signed a buyer brokerage agreement with them? What? What were you talking about? Yeah, that's the formal way to say a loyalty agreement, a buyer brokerage agreement. Most of them won't even know it. Well, have you signed anything? Oh, wow. Let me help you to get to the finish line.
Would
Alright?
you call it a loyalty agreement, just for layman's terms?
That's fine with me. But a buyer brokerage agreement sounds more formal. Meaning that, well, there is a one that says buyer brokerage agreement. It's in DocuSign. That's the 3-page one. Everybody seen that one? That's the FAR. You use that?
The buyer's brokerage agreement?
The 3-page one,
Of course.
not the 1-page.
No, I use both actually to be on the safe side.
To be on the safe side. So the 1-pager, who created that? Melanie Ladinas. She used to be our compliance manager here. Yeah, it still works. Don't get me wrong. It's a friendly, nicey nice. You do this for me, I do this for you. The 3-pager is made by the Florida Association of Realtors. A lot of agents have a lot of trouble using that one. And that's the best one that you can use.
Why would you have trouble using it? It's a loyalty.
It's all here. It's all here. It's all here. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay? No worries. Whatever you use, as long as you do something. See, what I intend to get into you is that a lot of agents think, well, I got them to sign the buyer agreement. Yeah? What does that mean? It won't open in court of law. You convinced yourself that they hired you. Maybe. They're still free to do what they want. Okay? All right, so if they have an agent, provide the contact. If they don't have an agent, let us know your strategy if they have interest. So assume that everybody has interest, right? Why do people come to an open house?
They're interested.
Or
They're squatters.
no. Design tips. Yeah.
That happened to me before.
Yeah. And you should have said, did you know there's a brand new construction right around the corner? They have a design center you can look at. Stop wasting my time. Yeah. You'll get that, what do you call it, the nosy neighbor? She put in 50 grand into this kitchen. I want to see what she did. Yep. Feel your pain. Doesn't mean that they're still not good to use. Because then you can throw it back at them. So let me ask you, when you upgrade that kitchen, then you're ready to list it? Because that's why you came in here, to make sure that it's just like your house. Call it bluff. Call their bluff. Okay? All right. So next thing, how does the buyer feel about the price? Just right, too high, too low? Any commentary, feedback about how they feel about the property? We value all feedback, whether good or bad. Appreciate your unvarnished, honest opinion. Scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best. How do you rate the property? Again, we greatly appreciate your hosting this open house and look forward to you working with you to bring the perfect buyer. Thank you so much for your partnership. Do not place or leave open house signs in front of the house if you are not going to be there. Please do not leave early as the open house is advertised in multiple locations. Failure to follow guidelines may lead to forfeiture of future open house opportunities. Okay? All right, so before I get into the 7th level and defining them, I got a video I'd like to show you. Start off our portion here. So the video, one of these is from the Ignite that I taught. And then one is a follow-up that I happened to find by the same person. So his name is Chris Suarez. Chris Suarez is partners with the company's called Place. It's a division of Keller Williams, through Keller Williams, Place. He is teamed up, partnered with the #1 agent in Keller Williams, Ben Kinney. Okay? They have probably about 30 expansion teams throughout the United States. He started up in Brewster, New York. He's from Brewster, New York. He moved to Portland, Oregon, and had no database, no nothing. Okay? His goal was to do 150 open houses the first year that he was there. He was going to do 3 a week. 3 open houses a week, and he wanted to do 150. Okay? So let's hear what he has to say. This will be through the Ignite class, and then I'll show you the follow-up, and then you'll understand the big ahas that are there. All right, so where's Christopher? Here we are. Hold an effective open house. Ooh, I forgot to bring my new toy. So hopefully it'll be loud enough. Can you guys hear it?
Hi, I'm Chris Suarez, and I'm here to tell you the 5.
Nope, it's not going to come through. Okay, let's go back.
Neighborhoods called. Hi, I'm Chris Suarez, and I'm here to tell you the 5 steps to holding an effective open house. Step 1, strategically select the home you want to hold open. Choose a home that gives you the greatest potential to have buyers and sellers find you. This might be a home that is in a great traffic pattern, whether that be car traffic or people walking by in walkable neighborhoods in your community. Select a home around a local event where neighbors or even out-of-town people might be stopping in. Step 2 of holding an effective open house is advertising and marketing. Marketing begins a week in advance of any open house you might hold open. Begin by posting internet ads a week before. Get a sign in the yard and let neighbors and passerbys know that the home will be open later in the week. Remember to contact both by phone and email any internet leads or phone calls you received on that listing prior to the open house. Don't forget to make 50 calls around the home prior to the open house and door knock, a radius of about 2 or 3 blocks. Step 3, know your scripts. Know what you're going to say to greet the visitor. Know what questions you're going to ask while they're in the home. One of the greatest first lines you could use is, "Thanks for stopping in to tour my open house. Are you one of the neighbors, or are you out shopping for a home today?" Immediately you'll know if you're dealing with a potential buyer or a potential seller. Step 4 is keep the right mindset and prepare. Remember, open houses are lead generation activities, so enter with the mindset of a top lead generator. Prepare yourself with comparable properties, market research, at least 2 or 3 other homes that you could potentially show should the opportunity arise. And step 5, always follow up with every lead that comes through that door. Call them, email them, write thank you notes that same day. A simple follow-up script to use directly after an open house. It goes like this. "Thanks for stopping into my open house this morning. It was great to meet you. I did a little bit of digging in the office after we met and after the open house and found 3 other properties I think really fit your search criteria. I know the home that we saw this morning wasn't quite perfect, but these 3 have some real potential. We could get into them tomorrow at 4 or at 6, which would work better for you." Great, let's meet at my office and we can go from there. My biggest aha when doing open houses is remembering open houses are not a technique to keep current sellers happy. In reality, open houses are great lead generation tools to connect with potential future buyers and sellers. By using effective scripts and systems leading up to the open house and great follow-up techniques after the open house, you'll build a met database of future buyers and sellers. Thanks for watching KW Connect and make it a great day.
So what was the first big aha?
The script he used, as far as in, how he asked, are you a neighbor or are you interested in purchasing an area?
Okay. What else did he say as far as leverage? In other words, when did the open house start?
You mean when he said to advertise a week in advance?
See, open houses start 6 days prior. Now, you're not going to do the marketing. That's already done by the listing agent, of course, unless it's your listing, okay? I would definitely, though, check and make sure that they put it on the MLS for this weekend, blah, 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 or the date it shows it. Yeah, it can happen that they forget, okay? They're human. But yeah, the open houses start 6 days prior.
Does command allow us to email the neighbors around the community around that open house?
Sure, if you set it up with that, why not? Yeah, you can get an email. You can get an email list. If you can get a printout, where can you find that? IMAP.
Oh, okay, yeah.
IMAP. You can get the neighborhood and then get the at least the addresses, if nothing else, if you want to do it that way, or if you want to get on the phone and call them, which is part of this 7-level open house. So that was in 2012. Let's fast forward and show you what happened 6 years later. Was it this one? Yeah, let me see, where'd you go, Christopher? Unaffected open house, no. I thought it was this one, maybe. Nope. Wrong one. Give me 1 second. There it is, Chris Suarez.
Hi, my name is Chris Suarez. I am from Portland, Oregon, and I have built a really big business around open houses. About 50% of our business comes from open houses as the original source. I started using open houses when I moved cities, landed in the state of Oregon, and didn't know anybody, didn't have Sphere, didn't have friends, and started doing open houses to generate interest, to generate clients, to find buyers, to find sellers. We started with open houses about 5 to 6 days a week with the goal of adding 2 people to the database every single day from an open house. The open house started on Saturday, but there was activity 6 days before that open house leading up to it. It's a multi-pronged strategy. There's marketing, right? There's prospecting involved. And ultimately it's building the database. So whether 1 person shows up or 20 people show up or 50 people show up, our vision and our mission in that open house, our psyche or our mindset around that open house is, did we add someone to the database? And if we did, it's a win. Gary talks a lot about time on the right task over time is what really matters. So really going back and saying, maybe I did the opens, but was I spending my time and putting my energy into the right tasks around those open houses? Are you going to call around the open house? Make sure it's in your schedule. Are you going to door knock around your open house? Make sure it's in your schedule. Is there going to be some marketing around the open house, whether it's print or digital? Make sure that's in your schedule. So the advice is choose it, stick to it, and then just have faith that if you do specific activities, right, success leaves clues. So just pick up the clues and they will lead to that successful open house and that successful open house business.
Okay, so biggest ahas. 50% of his business came just from doing open houses. Okay? Started 6 days prior. 6 days prior, he did door knocking, he did circle prospecting, whatever it takes. And that's all defined here. We'll go into this next and I'll show you exactly what we're talking about. So I said that Chris set out to do 150 his first year. Unfortunately, he failed miserably and he only did 120. Okay? Here's the thing, guys. I was taught this by the greatest buyer's agent I've ever met, Sean Kokoska. If you do 100 open houses, if you do, 2 or 3 7th level mega open houses every single week, you are guaranteed 100 transactions a year. Question, why doesn't everybody do that? I can tell you why. You do it this week, nobody shows up, okay? You do it the next week, nobody shows up. And then you put in your mind, open houses don't work. The reason my name is on there, on that one with my phone number, I don't care if somebody comes in. I want my name to be seen wherever I put them out. It's time over task, doing it constantly, okay? All right, so let's just look exactly what the good book tells us. So it says, taking open houses beyond the basics. So level 1 is put a sign in the yard. Ready for you, you put 1 sign in the yard, okay? Level 2 is to put a sign in the yard, with balloons and riders. Where do you get those balloons? So first part was right, second part was wrong. Don't go to the dollar store, too expensive. Go to Publix where shopping is a pleasure. When you come there with that case of water and you come there with your snacks and you say, I'm holding a party today, don't say an open house, I'm holding a party, could we have some of your Publix balloons that are already blown up and have the string on them for FREE? That's how you get the balloons. Instead of paying money for them, then you got to blow them up. I beg pardon? Well, that's why you're here at this class, ma'am, and thank you for coming. I'm having a party. Make sure you're at the checkout with the case of water and either the cookies, snacks, or charcuterie tray, whatever you're putting or bringing to your open house. I'm having a party. Could I have some Publix balloons? How many you need? Try whatever you can get. I was going to say 35. Yeah. But whatever you get, you can now do what? You can tie them to your sign, so it creates excitement. Okay? What else could you do? Go to the dollar store. Well, now it's $1.25, and it's either 2 or 3 for $1.25. Get pinwheels. You ladies remember pinwheels as a kid? Why? You can attach them to the sign, and they spin in the wind, and they're reusable. Creates action. When they're driving down, look, Mabel. Whoa, what was that spinning? Pull over. Okay? Some of you may go for the feathers. That's okay. I would more encourage you to get the Giganto Me. It's a little more expensive, but it takes care of what? Getting them to put their information in. That's what you're looking for. I also have the Mini Me. Works very well. I never, ever have to say, would you mind signing in? They already see it. Outside and then inside. They want to run and ask me, where do I sign in?
Can you tell us where you got those from?
Absolutely.
Because I have an old bear and I need to...
It'll cost you, but I'll tell you what. So with the giant one, it's Build a Sign. Build a Sign is a KW approved vendor. Go through my KW, go into the vendor section and click on it that way. Because then when you get there, that template is in there. If you just go to buildasign.com and go to banners, that template's not there.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
And then this, I sent them over the copy of this to Vistaprint. I put it. It was $35. Okay?
Ronnie,
Great
quick question.
questions.
Just to go back, you said 2 to 3 open houses a week will lead to 100 transactions.
Per year. It's proven. Because of the activities that you're going to be doing. It's not just doing the open house. It's doing what? Let's go to the next level. Sign in the yard, sign with balloons, directional signs, right? I'm going to put directional signs at the corners and stuff. Sign in the yard, sign in balloons, directional signs, flyers the week before. Oh my goodness, you have to go and go do this? Oh my goodness gracious. You can go and door knock. What happens when you door knock?
You get to talk to the people and invite them.
And how do you talk to these people? Face to face, right? The best way to make a contact. So now you have the ability to say, hey, we're inviting our owners this Saturday between 10 and 11. Special preview. There's going to be snacks. There's going to be refreshments. Bring a friend, family, co-worker, anyone that you think wants to move into this beautiful neighborhood. By the way, let me ask you, have you thought about putting your home for sale? Go for it. You may get business prior to that open house. That's what door knocking is all about. In the Ignite series, the Daily 10-4, they call it additional now. We used to say you had to go preview homes. That was the idea. You went and preview homes to get product knowledge of the area and stuff, and then wait for them to show up. You might get the nosy neighbor. You know, we've been trying to get in here because we're trying to buy in this neighborhood. Great. Do you have an agent? Are you attached to an agent right now? No, you are now. It's me. That's how this works, guys. Okay? All right, so what are we at? Level 5? Yeah. Sign in the yard, sign the week before, directional signs, flyers the week before, go invite 100 neighbors. All right, double that. We're bold, whether you like it or not. You stand in front of the door of the open house. Go 50 east, west, north, and south. The more that you attract, the better chance you have. Okay? Sign in the yard, sign with balloons in the yard, directional signs, flyers week before, go invite 100 neighbors, get on the phone that morning and remind everyone. If it's local and you have a local database that you can call that. If you don't, I get it. You may just want to remind the neighbors that you called earlier in the week if you didn't go out and do door knocking. Now, let me ask this. Are we not fortunate to have the best weather? And door knock when? Early morning, right? When the sun's not out beating on you. So we do have that luxury. Do not go by yourself. Go in teams. Go in pairs. Look, I can't door knock by myself. Why? Nobody's going to open the door for me. That's why. Where is she? I take Edith with me. Edith's this big. A couple they will open the door to.
So you go, y'all don't split it, you just, y'all all.
Well, we go down the street and maybe, and if somebody opens the door, I might run over, or she might run over if I don't have somebody. You know what I mean? But always in the eyesight of each other. But if I'm knocking on the door, you're not opening the door for me. But if it's a couple, I got a better chance you open the door. And then what I love about her, si habla español. I got two tongues working for me. That's what I like, because I don't speak it. Okay? Never did. All right, so that's leverage. That's leverage, guys. All right, so what else do we have here? Get on the phone that morning. Okay, last one. Sign in the yard, sign the balloons in the yard, directional signs at the key corners with balloons and riders. Flyers the week before. Go invite 100, 200 neighbors. Get on the phone that morning. Hold 4 additional open houses in the area in various price ranges. Now, until I was taught it this way, I'm thinking the same way that you guys did. But when I was taught, that's where the eye-opener. And Chris Suarez alluded to it in his first video. You are going to do 4 additional open houses in various price ranges the same day. The same day, you're holding 5 open houses at the same time. Okay, so let's go to the little board here. So somebody give me the price of our open house.
$450.
$450. $450. I like that. I'm going to ask one question. Everybody walking through that door can afford $450? No, why not? Okay. So would you agree that some are going to come in that can only afford $400? There's no right or wrong. This is just an exaggeration. $350 or $375, correct? There's some that could afford maybe $500 or $550, correct? All right. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 additional open houses. Same day. So I know you're saying to yourself, well, how do I do that? It's very simple. So it's in your handout, the sheet, but I'm going to go and show you the sheet first, and then I'm going to show you how you do it. So right here, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's called a 5-up in our multiple listing service in the MLS. It's a report. At the bottom, it says something about MLS and all that. I got rid of it. I branded it to us, right? Our open house was $575. I had one for $584. I had one for $595. I had one for $450 and one for $369. You understand? I'm in price points. There's no exactness that you have to do. So you're going to say to yourself, well, what does this mean? What do I do? Well, it comes with your scripts that you're going to do when somebody walks through that door. So I want to ask you guys, what is the first thing you say when they walk through that door?
Welcome home.
Welcome.
Who's been in my class before using my words?
No.
Cheaters. And that's good, because you remembered it. That's the only thing you say is welcome home. You don't say welcome to the open house, blah, blah, blah. Say welcome home, because now you took them and put them in here like they own the home. And that's when you get the chuckle, or you break the ice. That's the idea. Now, the script that I use, it's called the 5 seconds of the phone call. We learned it in bold. Okay? If you want a copy, email me and I'll send it to you. Do I send it when you email me?
I don't know.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did. That's what I wanted to hear.
So what's this one called?
Because I know you're going to get on top of me.
Yeah, but that was for.
You didn't email me.
That was for the.
No, you didn't.
What is this one called? The 5 phone call?
5 seconds of the phone call.
Okay, I need that one.
Absolutely. So just do that. So it goes like this. You know, it's a great property. Everybody seems to be coming in to look at it. So you're in the market to buy a home? Wait for a response. They're not going to say no. They may say something like this. Well, you know, I'd like to, but I have to sell mine. Insert who? You. Okay? Wait for the response. Now, you understand the DISC profile: dominant, influential, steady, and cautious and accurate? If you don't, you can Google it. The high D may shut you right down. Don't take offense to that. That's just the way they are. Let them go on their way. The I is going to talk. The S is going to talk. The C is going to talk. C is going to want information. That's about it. But the I and the S is definitely talk. So you ask them, are you marked to buy a home? Yeah, great. Fantastic. Let me ask you, what price range do you feel comfortable with? Are they comfortable with $450,000? No. Okay. Well, we can only go as high as $400,000. I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, this home is listed at $450,000, and I happen to have a home here at $369,000. Are you ready to go see it right now?
So you have this printed out at your open house?
Right, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That's one step. There's a couple more parts. Jess, you picked up on it. I have it ready right now for you to go see. Or if I'm close enough to the closing, I have this ready right now. I'm closing up in about a half hour. Would you be willing to come see it? If they say right now, that's why you have a partner. Tell the partner, look, I'm going to go show this house. Lock it up if you don't feel safe here, blah, blah, blah. Okay? If not, when you close, da-da-da. Now, how do you take care of this? Okay. So first, here's the thing you want to do. I'm going to try and do this real quick because time is not in our favor. You go into the multiple listing service, your MLS. Oh, nice. Come on, MLS.
It's that black cat. Is that right? Yeah. No. His is just black cat 55 and black cat 55.
That's why I still use it, because they remember it.
So that one's not it. That one has that says Ronnie in front.
Title company said one time to me, what's your email again? I said, oh yeah, Black Cat 55, Black Cat. And that's why I stayed with it. That's why I stayed with it. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to search, detail. When you get in there, I'm going to go real quick. I'm just going to use Claremont because I know it should be in there. 3, 4, 7, 11. So what you do is you find your property. So you put your property, the 450, okay? Oh, now there's a couple of things that you want to do specifically. Hold on. You definitely want to go single family, right? So you want to narrow it down, single family. And what else do you want to do? If you don't know how to do it, it's in my Find and Show Homes class. You want to add the box that says vacant, occupant type, because I don't want to deal with owners occupied. Because the next step is why this works, number one, okay? All right, so I did vacant, I did that. How many did I get? 70, still got 70, good. All right, I go there and I go to the map, and now I pick one of mine, it doesn't matter, I'm just gonna use this as a 499. I'm gonna take the radius tool, okay? And I'm gonna draw and go out about 5 miles at the most. I shouldn't have to, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. All right, so there's 5 miles. 5 miles, and I got all these active listings, and they're all vacant. Isn't that good? Yeah. So now all you do is go to results. Now let's make it easy on ourselves. What I mean by make it easy. All right, so I think it's already, yeah, they already got it here anyway. So that's perfect, okay? So you see it's in numerical order, okay? So ours was what? Ours was 450. See if I can see these. Yeah, ours was 450. So I have that. That's the 440. That one, nope, what about 450? I'm gonna take one at 475, or I can even go to 500, whatever I wanna do. I'll do the 499, let's say. And then I'll do one at 548. And then I'll do one below. I wanna do it, let's go 400. Okay, right around there, 399, that's good. And then another one at, I don't have 350, I'll do 365. Okay? 365. Now, here's how beautiful your MLS is. You go down here to where it says refine. And do what? Show selected. Okay? When I hit the show selected, now it only shows those 5. Now, because I want it numerical, I'm going to go like this and hit it again. Now it's got the higher one up top and the lower one on the bottom. All right, next we'll go to actions. I will go to print. I am going to go to, see it says print customer 5 up. That's because I've used it many times, okay? If you don't find it, hit the more click and then go down here where it says print customer 5 up. You can preview it. Presto changeo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Delete the bottom here with Canva, or you can even do it in designs because it's PDF editable, right? And then put your information. So now you have all 5, okay? Now you have what you're going to do. Now you have to do something that I know you're a little afraid to do. There you go. Well, you're not afraid. So I'm talking to the wrong person. Who's afraid here? Good, nobody's afraid. You call the agent. Hi, Ronnie DeCarlo, Williams Classic Realty. Thank you so much for taking my call. This Saturday between 11 and 3, I'm holding a mega open house. I'd like to have permission to have full access to that property, 123 Main Street, whatever it is. You're probably going to get something like this because they're blown away by you even calling. Are you going to bring a buyer? I said I'm having a mega open house and I want exclusive access between 11 and 3. Do I have that? It's a vacant home. They're probably not going to do nothing. They're not going to say no. You do that for all 4. Now you've confirmed that you have 4 additional homes that you're holding open that day. So
when I keep it out another hour after the open house though, just in case like once I close down and then I have to show it to them?
That's up to you, young lady. However you want to run it. Sometimes they ain't got time, but if you say you got something ready to go right now, they have time. Most agents do this. Oh, I'm sorry, it's overpriced. Come over here and I can look on the MLS and find you something else. Yeah, okay, I ain't waiting. What you don't want is them to leave and walk down to my open house because they're not leaving. Okay? You can put this on one of those things if you want. Okay? Keep a couple extra. You don't have to give it out to them. That's not required. Okay? Well, we don't know if we really like. Good. Let's go see it right now. It's open. Let's go. You ready? What's stopping? You said you wanted to buy. Like my old buddy Tony would say, did you lie to me? So he used to ask them, I thought you said you wanted to buy. Did you lie to me? So.
Now, Ronnie, where did you go in MLS What section was that where you can put in vacant? I never knew that.
Oh, well, that's, yeah, find and show homes class, we teach that. Let me see if I can get to it for you. Right here. If you go to, when you're in criteria, okay, at the bottom of the page here, now if you use detail, you get all these. That's why I use detail. It's no slower than quick. And then down here, see it says additional fields?
I got that.
You go add, remove,
Yeah.
and now you go here, and it's status,
Status, okay.
right? I think. Let me see. Should be there.
I see it.
Status, right there. And then you move it to that side, and then it will add it to the bottom of your criteria down here. Oh, excuse me, occupant type. That's what you're looking for, not status.
Okay.
Occupant type. Okay, and then you can click on vacant, and it'll get all those in a vacant order. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
That good? That's one of the most powerful tools in here, and most people don't get this. Most people say, oh, I just got to hold another open house in a better price range in the same area. No, the same day. So you're holding 5 at the same time. Look, everybody may come in and be able to afford it. Who cares? That's fine. But if they can't, you've got options. What if they came and said, well, you know, this is nice, but, you know, it's really not our cup of tea. Well, let me ask you, are you doing cash or financing? Always ask it that way. Don't insult them. Do not insult them. Everybody can pay cash. You don't did you speak to a lender? Now you just insulted them. Ask them, are you doing cash or financing?
That's in your script?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, nobody does. Oh, we'd like to, but we need to get a loan. Great. Have you spoken to a lender? How much you pre-approved for? Well, you know, we can go up to 500. Great. I happen to have this property here at 475. Or I have this property at 500. Ready to go right now. You want to come see it? They're not going to say no if they're that hungry and motivated. And that's the key, that they're motivated. All right? We're good? Okay, we're going to move on. Boy, you guys got that real quick. I like that. Thank you. So I can keep moving. All right. So we know the only 2 words you say, welcome home, right? Welcome home. Thank you. All right. So now, this crazy guy is talking about putting out 100 signs, right? Okay. Let's see what that looks like in real life. Oh, let's see. Let me use my friend. My friend that sat in that row in 2016 when I taught Ignite. Where are they? There they are. All right, so let's see what Sandy and Moises
Hey
have
guys from
to say.
Ignite, this is Sandra Barney and
Mr. Millennial, how's it going, guys?
hey guys, so we're hosting this mega open house. You want to tell them the address?
Okay, so this one is in Hunters Creek. It's a 4-2 over 2,300 square feet with a huge pool and an even better lake view on the other side. The address is 14509 Patanao Trail in Orlando.
Yes, guys, we're gonna be here from 2 to 6 p.m. So come and join us. And also, this is actually for Ronnie. So I really don't think we put enough signs this time. What do you think, Moises?
I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully Ronnie approves of it because we tried really hard for this one.
Yeah, exactly. I think nobody's gonna notice us. But you guys can tell us. I mean, let's see. Is this enough? I don't know. We should put definitely a little bit more signs.
I miss Sandy.
Maybe another 15 or 20 signs.
I miss her so much.
So guys, this is the house. You can see all the signs here.
It's a lot.
We already had some families coming in and expecting more. Right now in a few moments. Our open house was going to be at 2 o'clock, but we actually had people coming in at 1 and driving through, and we didn't want to say no.
7 cars came on just for the signs.
Yeah, we just want them to come in. So if you guys want to join us, just come here. We're going to be here till 6 o'clock. So Ronnie, hope that we make you proud.
See you Monday vlog.
Bye, guys.
So if you caught what Sandy said, 2 to 6 was the open house. But people were showing up an hour before because they were following the signs. Look, go back to nursery rhyme. Hansel and Gretel, they followed them. And that's the idea. As soon as those signs go in and you do enough of them, people start following you, leading the trail right to the, of crumbs, right to the house
Would you
there.
go backwards, Ronnie? Would you start doing your signs from the house to the road or from the highway to the house?
From the highway.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Edith and I, we had to do 5 miles out. We were in Lakeland, and the closest we could go was 5 miles out to get traffic. It worked in my favor because during the open house, we had a Caldwell Banker agent show up and said, oh my God, I had to follow the trail of signs to see where this is because this is a desolate area. So she knew. And then of course, me being me, well, let me ask you, how's your business doing? Would you like to come to Keller Williams? Nah, the Lakeland Keller Williams guy's been bugging me for years. But proved the point that they saw with the magic that works. That's the idea. Okay? All right, so do a couple more, and then we'll get back into questions, answers, and all that. All right. So I was in Reunion. If you don't know where Reunion is, it's down by I-4 and 27 there, that area. Full-blown resort. We were in a $1.4 million 5-bedroom house, furnished $1.9 million. The price point was $1.5 to $5 million, built on the 18th fairway of the Jack Nicklaus golf course. So it's a 24-hour man-gated community, okay? So we went out there, me and Edith, and we started putting out our signs. I think we need to go back and put another 100 signs out. Wrong one. Let's see.
Open house extravaganza. Join us today. We're here at the Baron's Den.
Baron's Den located in the Reunion.
This is the Nicholas Golf Course.
The famed Nicholas Golf Course. And come to our open house. It's open today from 10 to 6 at 991 Jack Nicklaus Court.
You cannot.
I hope you can find us. All you got to do is follow the yellow brick road of open house signs.
Literally, follow the yellow brick road. As you can see, we're doing it the right way. Check, if I can zoom in. Can I zoom in? There you go. Look at that. Ronnie, did we put enough signs out?
I don't think we did. I think we need to go back and put another 100 signs in.
Right.
Ronnie, do you call
200 signs.
Nope.
This is literally how many signs? 100?
So be prepared to be wowed by the Pebble Beach. The Pebble Beach here at 991 Jack Nicklaus Court.
Look at this beauty. 6-bedroom, 6.5 bath, 2-car garage, 45, almost 4,600 square feet.
Okay, so HOA, I'm president of my HOA. There's nothing that says you can't put out signs. Be respectful and pick up your damn signs. That's why people get into trouble. Now, code enforcement is another thing. Orange County says you're supposed to go to them. They will give you 6 stickers and you put it on 6 different things, okay? It's kind of hard to do open house the way you want. And if that's the only thing that you can do is 6, then you're going to flood the property, i.e. the lawn. I put 50 on a lawn. I don't care if the HOA is going to be that nasty about it. And I'll tell you, truth be told, you saw there, I had 100 signs out. Here's the thing. I told you it was a 24-hour man-gated community. We had this many signs out front of the gate. I had 100 signs inside and got 21 people the first day. Didn't need to have them outside. Didn't need to draw traffic inside from outside of the gate. Inside the gate was perfect. I was able to pull in 21 people. And I did that for 3 months. And then the HOA started cracking down a little bit. The sales manager was great because he didn't like them because it was separate from the rest of Reunion, even though it was part of Reunion. Separate meaning that the Bears Den was a gated inside. If you see, we turned into the gates. So they said I couldn't put it on the main road. So you know what I did? I put it every 3 feet on the other side of the gate, of the fence. It was a wrought iron fence, and I just put them over there, inside. So they couldn't touch me, okay? Did it from October to January. I got a stack of leads like this. Didn't care if they didn't want to buy $1 million homes, because my mind went like this. If you know Reunion, their sister place outside of the Reunion is called Encore. Encore is a very, very successful short-term rental community. From 5 bedrooms to 12 bedrooms, going anywhere from, at that time, 400 to $1 million. So I didn't care if these people couldn't afford 1.5 million. I'll take the scraps and take them down the block and do that. It was about getting leads, basically, and getting my name out there. That was it. So there are ways to get around it. Look, you don't go fight over flight, you know what I'm saying? There are some code enforcements that work on the weekends. So be careful. Polk County doesn't. I live in Polk County, so I love it out there. Put them out there and just clean it up. Don't worry about it. Seminole County, they do. Why? I was doing 2 open houses for Ken Pozek's team, used to be here. They were back-to-back on streets. And there was 4 of us. It was me, Lindsey Crum, and 2 other agents. We were in the main one, and we said if we needed to, we could open up this one. And the nosy neighbor came running into me. Hey, they just took all your signs on the front there. She thought I was going to drop, run, and go chasing. I said, oh, thanks for coming in. Welcome home. How can I help you? Totally diffused her. Because my mind went to this. Those things cost me, those that I have right there cost me $5. That's $5 right there. They're now $6, but those are $5. If she said they took 14 signs. That's what, 5 times 4, $70. I'm sitting in a $575,000 home that's giving me $15,000 commission. Did I really care that they took 14 signs on me? Okay?
I got a quick question.
Yes, quick question.
The gated community things. Let's say, for instance, you do have on MLS. I understand you have all the signs inside of the gated community, but how would you put it for people who sit on MLS that wants to come by and then they get to the gate to even get in?
So this was not closed gate community. I've done right here on the Popcov Island, Balmoral. That's a gated community. What we did was put a sign, my phone number, they had to call me. We got lucky because the home faced the gate. So I saw when they pull up who they were. And when they called me, what happened now? I didn't need him. I already got the phone number. Now I push, let them come in and watch them come right to the house. So there's things. What you don't do is this. Never put the code on there. Always let them call you. Sometimes gated communities can be a challenge. I get that. Okay?
They tell you usually to try to find a home outside.
Yes. You go with the least resistance. Okay? You know, unless it's something that you really, if it's your own listing and you're trying to do it, you know, be respectful. If the HOA, they say, no, we don't want nothing, okay? Be respectful, move on. Whatever you got to do. Okay? All right, so where are we at? I showed you that. All right, let's show you this. You get an idea of a couple of things. So here we
Did you get the signs from the vendor list too?
From the who?
The vendor list. Or did you?
No.
For $5, that's a good price.
Yeah, they're $6 now. And I'll show you. It's the same company.
Okay.
All right, so you see the signs. I got the directional. That's one of the most unique ones, the U-turn one. Okay? All right. Let's see the next thing we have. Okay, there's Giganto Me. There's Mini Me. See, I have Mini Me out there, so they sign in. Nice. Have them a couple of times. It's here. This is what? A builder. Yes, builders will let you do open houses. You have to talk to them. Some of them may not let you put signs like I did. This guy was the best. Let me put my signs, let me put Giganto. Now, here's what's unique about this. That's the sales office. Why do they have the gate here?
That's the model.
That's the five bedroom, most expensive model. They want you to walk in here, so you sign in, blah, 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 blah. Tom, is it okay if I open the gate here? Sure, Ron, do what you want. Nobody went in there. Everybody came in here. Until his partner came back 3 weeks later and didn't understand why they were going through it. Tom didn't care because if it's a sale, he's part of it anyway. She was greedy. Okay? No worries. Okay? Tom said I could do it. No, we can't have that. They got to come through here. Okay, what can I do? You can have the townhouse. Okay, I'll take the townhouse. I took the townhouse, which is a block and a half away, but it was also closer to the entrance. And because there was all my 100 signs out, they stopped at me first, not her. Okay? So, you get out of it what you put into it. Okay? And like I say, I always put enough signs out there, no matter what. Let's see what's going on. There it's in a different version. Okay. So my old partner, Cindy Larry, these are the stats for the open house. 3 hours, 126 people came through there, 23 leads, cost per lead, nothing. Last weekend, the open house was 3 hours, 177 people, cost per lead, 28. What I want you to pay attention to is, what is the date on this?
2016. Yeah,
4 years before the pandemic, because everybody's been saying, oh my God, the pandemic was beautiful. We brought in 50 people, 100 people, 200 people. This ain't nothing new, people. 4 years before the pandemic, we were doing this because we were doing 7th level open houses the right way. Okay? So that's Cindy, was my ex-partner. Here is the creme de la creme. We rock. In July of 2016, great open house today. More than 2 hours installing signs and 2 hours to remove them. 171 signs. They got 28 leads and 1 contract. 4 years prior to the pandemic. It's nothing new of doing this. There's a little more of the signs I put in, where I went with them. That's Dawn Grigsby's first listing. We did it in St. Cloud. We had to go out 5 miles to put the signs out, and Dawn will tell you the signs work. That's what do it. Okay? All right, so I talked about Cindy, so let me show you Cindy and that open house. Let me see. Here's my Cindy. There's the stats. There we go. That's what it looks like when you have 126 people. That's Cindy. She's now in South Florida. I forget where I was at the time, but there was 4 of us doing this open house because we anticipated having that many people. Or maybe not that many, but at least 50. Huh? Yes?
So what do you, excuse me, I'm kitchen everybody. Thank you, Ron.
Okay.
I can get this on YouTube.
Thanks for coming. Somewhere, somehow, we'll find it.
Right.
All right, so that was Cindy. So here's a couple others I want to show you guys so you know. So how many of you are the TikTok fans? TikTok. Can. All right. So this young lady right here, were you here, Melissa? No? Wow. Is that long of doing it? Uh-oh. No such interface supported. What the hell is this one? Oh, it's here.
Hey, I'm out at an open house right behind Magic Kingdom, so as soon as those fireworks get started back up, eventually, you'll be able to see them from your back room. Let's go see it. killing it with Kenny G. Slay. Nice big dining area. And opening up into a really big open kitchen. Into our living room. Nice bonus room where you can see out into your backyard with these really cute plants. Look at that. All right, let's go into the backyard. Then we'll head into the master, passing the washing room. Big master bedroom. Nice walk-in shower with a separate bathroom. Come check it out.
And Melissa is no Savannah, because Savannah would have done that a lot more professional. I don't know, just a little different opinion of it. But what I'm going to prove to you is that it didn't have to be. Not to say that Savannah, what she does, I watch them, they're fabulous. And doing the activity is what you need to do. Who doesn't like to see themselves on camera? Stop it, who cares? I think you're beautiful, I think you're beautiful, I think you're beautiful. That's the point I'm trying to make, because Melissa listened to me, and the next day she posted it on TikTok.
What is your name?
Kiki.
Kiki. Why don't we like that?
I don't know. It's crazy. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I'm not a picture person. I can dress up and look cute, want to take a picture or nothing. It's weird. But I'm more of an in-person type of. It's weird. I don't know.
That's me.
I think both of you guys should start a podcast together. Because you both are very expressive and you both are very enthusiastic. So you'd be fun to listen to and you wouldn't have to go. Just a suggestion.
Really?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't even know where to start though. We're gonna need you.
Let me know if this is a real thing. Let's make the magic happen.
I'd never do the podcast. Heck yeah. I'm gonna get your number. Before we leave.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
So then I didn't see none of your classes on this month's calendar.
I had one, and I can email you the presentation if you want.
Okay.
Most of the information was in the presentation, so you didn't really miss a whole lot. But I'll email it to you. Would anyone else
And
like
what is your
that?
next one? What is the next one you're doing?
All right, some reason I can't rotate it, but what I want you to see is this. She posted it on TikTok, and in one day got 46,000 views.
That same video?
Yes. She got 4 buyers, she closed 2.
Wow.
And she don't know what she's doing as far as video goes. She just listened and did what I asked her to do.
I have another example that I don't know if you can pull up. Selling CC.
Oh yes, well she's the queen of TikTok.
Okay, so you guys know the whole dance and point, and then
Yeah.
words will come up. It's called infotainment,
Yeah.
right? And you're dancing and you're pointing at stuff, and you're pointing at stuff, and it comes over and pops away.
Yeah.
Easily, the easiest kind of content to create. And Selling CC has created, her name is CC Underwood. She's one of the top people in the North Florida region. George Alstar talks about her all the time. She gets her business from Instagram and TikTok, and she dances and points at facts about the real estate market, and she's off rhythm.
Yeah.
Selling with CC.
Oh,
Good.
selling with.
If you go to outfront.com, the article is there that originally posted it.
And she's not particularly she doesn't throw the jazz hands up. She's very understated with it. But my thing is, she's not even good at dancing, and she's still getting leads.
You don't have to be. That's the point.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to start this content creation journey, thinking that you have to be the best, or you have to start out like Kim Posick, or you have to have a whole production channel. Just be you.
Okay.
Is it just CEECE or?
No, just
Jacksonville.
CC.
Like the Jacksonville, Florida realtor? Jacksonville, Florida realtor,
I
yeah.
believe so, yeah. Here, I got you. She's a blonde lady.
Right here.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
her.
perfect.
And just look at her stuff. It's not particularly impressive.
I'm not on TikTok, so.
That's okay. I think she might be on Instagram
And
too.
Instagram, okay. Maybe I'll have to create.
But the point is, she's not particularly impressive. She's not choreographing, pop, lock, and drop it.
Okay, so
It's
here's somebody that's closer to your age. It's my friend Erica.
You guys, I need to show you something. This is at my open house, okay? and people need to get here because this will sell it. Ready for this? It's getting better by the second. All right, I'll show you.
Hello from the children of planet Earth.
That's the roof. It's literally no bigger than this table. That's the roof. She's originally from Michigan. She moved 1,200 miles to San Diego, California. Started at Keller Williams in Michigan. Now she runs in California, and she's on the top in San Diego. She started the day after the pandemic, March 16th of 2020. Her first year, she did 12 deals. The next year, she did 36 deals, 450,000 GCI. Moved to California and now is running 2 businesses. If you want, I think I did post it. Well, it's on my YouTube page. The 30-minute interview she did with James Shaw about how she went from this to that. I'll take away the number one aha that I've gotten from her. She does 2 hours of lead generation every single day, non-negotiable, no matter what. No matter what. No matter what. That's exactly how she put it. No matter what, I do 2 hours of lead generation every single day. It's non-negotiable. And she started the day after the pandemic. It was scary.
Decided to stand up here because...
Look at that view, San Diego.
This is unbelievable.
Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness gracious. I feel so lucky just to even be hosting this open house. Someone needs to get here and buy this place. Oh, wow. I'm sold. You guys, I'm locking up my open house and a cat just came out. A cat just came into the open house and ran out. Where did it go? Oh, right there, right there. Oh.
No rhyme or reason, but she brought that into the open house video. Okay? So you don't have to be perfect stager, this and that, whatever. It works no matter what. All right, let's get back into the material. And I'll show you a couple of things that we want to touch on. You have the handout, the open house power book. That's the red one. Yes, that's the new one from Keller Williams. So that is most of the material that's in here. But it has some good scripts in there too. All right, so we were at here. All right, open houses. Checklist. 3 days before, what do? Role play scripts with your partner. Look at it, they finally put that in here. They're telling you, do not do an open house by yourself. You must do it with a partner. Yes. If you don't do it with a partner, who do you get?
Your parents.
Your what?
Yeah, your parents.
You might have to cut them in though. Who else? No, that's good though. You're fine. Yeah, what else? Who was in Steve Burke's class this morning? Is he a trusted vendor? Ask Steve if he'll come to the open house. He might even bring swag with you. What swag? He might have little bags filled out, your name, his name, blah, blah, blah. You're going to share the leads with him anyway, and you have a second body. Insurance guy is good. Title person is good. I used to have from insurance, Style Insurance, she used to give me a basket of cheer that I could raffle off. Okay? The title guy's good, inspector is good. What else could you bring? Anything that has to do with your business. I bet you Max Home Inspections, he shows up for everything. I bet you asked him, he'll come.
Edgar is a very sweet man.
Edgar, yes.
He's awesome.
Sandy's lender used to bring 100 bags with her and show up, and why? Because if they need to get pre-approved, name, date of birth, Social Security, less than 17 minutes they can get pre-approved. Stop listening to these people. Oh, well, I haven't spoken to my lender. He said it'll take a week to get approved. Bologna sandwich. 17 minutes they can get approved. Okay? Don't buy into their scripts. They have scripts that they use against you. As my whole boat coaches say, do not get out scripted by your buyers, sellers, and investors. Okay? All right, what do we have here? Role play, etc. Now here, this is one of my favorites. Said 2 or 3 properties in lower price range, higher price range, blah, 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 1 bedroom, etc. Use your better judgment with that, that's fine. One thing I want to bring attention to, so I started teaching this during COVID, so we told you about be COVID compliant. Oh, I forgot all about it. My secret weapon. The Fabuloso. The Fabuloso. The Fabuloso, you take a nice clean cloth, you go to every door and nose high. Old coach Rich Carpentieri taught me that. Because when he walked through it, makes the whole house smell wonderful. It's only $1.25. That's it. What happens if you can't get him through the front door? What happens if you can't get him through the front door? You can leave the door open, but that ain't gonna work. What you do is, you do what I do. You put the door panel. See how nice? Covers up the door. Now, don't go running to Walmart right now and paying $5.98 for it. You pick this up when? December 26th. It's $1.75. You're absolutely right. And you see how plain Jane it is? It doesn't say Santa Claus or anything. I mean, if it's Christmas time, you're one of them, but this is good for when? All year round. All year round. We were talking about that in my last class, the equity analysis, about what happens if you want to stage a house and, you know, you need to get the door right here, your best friend, for $1.75, and that'll get them through the door without having them be soured about that, okay? So 2 items. Fabuloso, definitely. Should be in your realtor survival kit. What else is in your realtor survival kit? Which is in the trunk of your car. Every one of you should have that right now in your realtor survival kit. Say it loud and proud, sister. That's right, carry the roll, because you never know where you're going. Yep, carry that. I got 2 in mine right now, okay? Also carry, if you don't have an electronic one, just have a tape measure, any tape measure. Because somebody's gonna ask, well, you know, I don't know if my furniture will fit. Here's the tape measure, okay? Floor plan is good to have. If you have a floor plan for the open house that you're doing, that's a good thing to have. What else do you want?
Where to get the floor plan from?
Ask the seller.
Okay.
If the seller don't, okay, you may have to pay for it. They're as cheap as, last time I looked, $50, $75. That's if you're serious about it. If it's your listing, you might want to do it, okay? But typically, if you ask if you have a, yes, ma'am.
$50 from whom? The city?
No, from a photographer. If you have a videographer that you use that does like Matterport or stuff like that, and you keep giving them business, you might get it for FREE because you keep giving them business. Yeah, my videographer, he charges $50 for a floor plan. So, and then when I give him enough business, then I say I want it for free.
Could you go to the city for a floor plan?
I don't know. That I can't answer.
To register them with the city.
Oh, you just did it. You don't even have to do that. Go to the property appraiser, and it's right on the property appraiser. It's rude. It's not rude. It's very crude.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
And you still can get it though. Yeah, because then you can take the picture, then you could modify it. Master bedroom. Careful, because that might be changing sometime. Property appraiser. Yeah, property appraiser. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, property appraiser definitely have it. Because you're right, they have to have the dimensions. Yeah. So the property appraiser would be the easiest way. And then you just canva it or design.
And they would give it to you for free.
You just go on the website and get it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Here.
It's public knowledge.
Here, hold on.
Sketchy.
Hold on. We had a genius thing all this time I've been teaching. Poke. There it is. All right, so all I do here is go, search by site address. Let's
Did
do
you pull up
this.
like the market centers?
I'm not in Orange County. I'm in Polk County. 101. Brayton Lane. There you go, right here. Snippet, whatever you got to do, and then master bedroom, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Okay?
Do any of you guys have Canva?
Yeah, Canva too.
Screenshot that.
Yeah.
Just like, boop, just right there, and then you can put like white circles over, or like
There you go.
white squares over the words right there, and then you can put text over it. So
See
you
how
can,
easy?
Like more clearly define what the closet is or what the bathroom is, because people aren't gonna look at this and think like it relates to them, you know? But screenshot it, and then you can fill it in on Canva.
Is that the same way you can do with the 5 different price points to bring it in Canva, or have to download it and then bring it to Canva? You see how at the bottom when you was talking about the 5 price points here?
When you screenshot text that's that small, it's gonna take the pixel down, and it's gonna make it a little bit blurry. So for like boxes like that, that's not an issue, but with text that small, it's gonna make it a little.
So I would have to download it and then bring it into Canva, okay.
Very good. See? All right, so what was I getting at? Also in your survival kit, where is it? There it is. It says 2, I do 10. 10 blank as-is contracts, 10 blank listing agreements in your mobile office. It's a small little accordion file. In case you got to write an offer right there in the house, you're ready to roll. All right? Listen, I don't talk about it, but I will bring it up. Everybody says the sign-in sheet, just go to command and make the sign-in sheet. If you don't make it the way the sign-in sheet that I'm going to show you, don't bother. Because it's not data mining, number one. Number two, I'm still old school. Why? I was in St. Cloud with Dawn. I couldn't even get half a bar. Thank God I had old school, because we couldn't do no iPad, tablet, sign-in sheet. I get it. You want it faster to command. I get it. I was even having trouble sharing my app because I couldn't even get half a bar. So fortunately I had paper. So that's why I'm a firm believer, make sure you still have the paper. You can do it in command. Just go to what? Answers.kw.com, put in open house sign-in sheet, and they'll tell you how to do it start to finish. What they don't tell you is to put in what we need to data mine. What do we need to data mine is this. Okay? This is from my Ignite class. Your name, your address, your phone number. Why do I need their address?
So you can send a postcard or something?
Well, not a postcard.
Thank you. Handwritten.
Thank you. Same thing as you do when you're doing a daily 10-4. You call 10 people, put 10 in the database, you write 10 thank you notes, thanking them for taking your call. This time, you thank them for coming to your open house. Okay? Why do you need the phone? So you can share your app with them. Then you have them captured. And I would do that while they're there. That way you'll find out what? If this is phony. Okay? Email. I want to send you in case there's a price drop or there's another one that comes up, in case this is something that doesn't work for you. All right? Currently, do you own or rent? Why do you want to know that?
To see how soon they're ready to buy something?
Well, if they own,
They gotta sell.
do you want to buy this home? I'll show you how we can sell this. Sell your home so you can buy this one. Renting. Why? My favorite. Well, my lease don't end until December. Great. Are you ready to buy now? I said my lease don't end until December. Great. I have working relationships with new builders. Would you like to go pick the carpet today at today's prices, the paint and everything else? We'll make a closing date, December, when you... Or better yet, we find a seller that's agreeable to give you back in a concession your lease break fee, because you told me you can break the lease. We'll get you into a home today, okay? When you apply to buy a home, this is what? ABC. Are you an A buyer, a B buyer, a C buyer? A buyer, A seller, B seller, C seller. Now 1 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months. And this also opens up to ask questions. Well, what happens in 3 months? Well, what happens in 6 months? What happened? Well, my credit's not there. I'm so glad you're here. Would you please sit down with my trusted lender, Steve Burke? No obligation whatsoever. And let's see how close you are to buying. Okay? Next thing. How did you hear about us? Friend driving by? Those crazy signs that are out there? That's how I started that yellow brick road. I was asking everybody at reunion, because I knew why. I said, how'd you find us? And one young girl said, oh my God, it was like the yellow brick road of open house signs. So guess what? I got Facebook business page, Yellow Brick Road of Open House Finds. Instagram also. Instagram, follow the Yellow Brick Road Open House.
Quick question, have you seen that people fill the whole thing out? Because sometimes, like even with the shorter version of it, people don't even want to fill it out.
Ask questions.
Ask questions?
Ask questions.
And then you fill it out.
What don't they want to fill out?
They just put it short version. They just want to put their name and their phone number. Like, they don't even put their email sometimes.
Can you give me your address? Why you want my address? Because I want to send you a thank you note thanking you for coming to the open house.
Okay.
Tell them.
Yeah.
Tell them why you're doing it. This helps stop that. That helps stop it. Because they already know what to expect. You're setting expectations. Okay? All right. So, and what you should do is definitely shill it. Don't be putting Mickey Mouse. Put something legit. Shill it. A couple of names on there, filled out, so it gets the process, so they know what's going on. I put the other one in there because it's in your Ignite, and I'm going to show it to you because I don't like it. Why?
We don't have that one.
Oh, they changed it again? Because in what was it, before the April, oh, it must be the one before, 2019. Don't like this at all. We don't need to ask that question.
Don't matter.
We need to go, I assume, since you came in here directly to me, you're not attached to another realtor. This hurts you. Yes, I'm attached. Leave me alone. Right? Now you can't say no. Oh, you're attached to another realtor? Oh, okay. But when you have them face-to-face talking and asking them that, you see tilt, because they have to think the answer. And then with their response, then you know how to go and solve it. Okay? So yeah. Yes?
I'm sorry, I have a question because I like open house.
Email me and I'll send you this one too.
Yeah, that too. But that's not what I'm asking. So listen, the few open houses I've done, the people handwriting are usually horrible. You can't.
That's why you gotta ask. Specifically, you want at least this.
The phone number.
Yes. I want to share with you my information. No, you're sharing your app.
Yeah.
And then you find out, ding, oh, they got it. Okay, it's the real deal. Would you rather find out now if they're, you know what? Instead of chasing them down and then saying, oh, shoot. When you meet me one-on-one, what do I teach you guys? This don't work. This don't work. We have a great conversation. You say, do you have a business card? It's not because you love me, it's because you want me to shut up. And then you take this and you throw it in the first garbage can. Instead, I don't have it, but here, let me send you my electronic one. Now I get to hear ding, and I controlled it by getting your information. So 2 days later, I can call you. And then if you don't answer and ghost me, then I know I didn't want to work with you anyway. Instead of, oh, it's 6 months later. I hope they call me because they have my card. No. This is for 2 things. 3 things. This is for note cards. You stick it in there, right? This is for what? Open house guest pass. I can't go out today, Saturday, because I'm with my family, God Family Business. Remember I shared my app with you and you see where the checkerboard is? Those are the open houses. Go in there. I gave you a stack of this. When the person inside says, would you please sign in? this is my agent, please direct all questions to them. And leave the card. Or when you go to new build and you didn't tell me you were going there, okay? Because I could have registered you first to protect myself. Give them this and say, when you walk into a new build, I have relations with them, let them know you're represented by me. That's how you protect your leads, okay? That's what these are used for. Anything else, the greatest business card is on your hip. It's that app, the consumer app, because it controls everything. All right, we're running a little tight on time. All right, so we got there. Okay, so here, I'm gonna say it. I don't care what you use for your open house flyers. Use anything you want. Let me make it smaller so you can see it. What is the one thing that you will never ever see on Ronnie's open house flyers? Okay.
The price.
Because if you put the price on the flyer, what happens? They ain't coming to the open house. You already told them what they want. Remember, buyers have two objectives. One objective is to eliminate the property. The second objective is to eliminate you. So if you put the price on there, why do they bother even coming? If you go door knocking and they say to you, oh, well, what's it listed at? Well, we're gonna have the final list price on Saturday at the open house. Please join us. Are you asking because you're thinking of listing your home? Oh, when can we talk about that? Okay? So never, ever, ever put the price.
That's the first time I've heard of that.
We'll have the.
I know. I feel your pain.
We'll have the final list price decided by the open house.
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct.
Price decided by the open house.
I know she's taking notes. Okay, so that's pretty much it, except for the one thing that you guys are definitely jonesing for. Jones number one, signs on the cheap.
That's what I need.
What? I knew you were waiting. Signsonthecheap.com. So let's go to signsonthecheap.com. We're going to go to, I think it's real estate signs, isn't it? Something like that. Yard signs, there they are. Okay, real estate signs, bingo. We click on the category. Oh man,
Something's wrong with your
we're having internet problems today.
real estate signs.
That's terrible. Embarrassing too. Are you okay? I paid my bill. There we go. Signs on the cheap. See that open house in yellow? Yeah. You've probably seen it around this market center. The Pinnacle Homes Group uses the same one. Okay? So real easy, real quick. I click. We don't use the 12 by 18. We use the what? 18 by 24. Unless you're a penny pincher. You go here. You put in what? You can put your phone number here, your name, whatever you got to do. Okay? You click save. Yes, ma'am.
Please don't use cursive type. Please do not use any cursive, because when you're driving by it too quickly, you cannot read it. You want it like that, like the block letters. It's just because it's easy to read at high speeds. Does that make sense?
What that young lady just said. So, I want the 18 by 24. Okay?
Which tab are you under, Ronnie? Just yard sign?
Real estate sign.
Okay.
All right, corrugated plastic. All right, you're going to do double-sided. Why are you going to do double-sided?
So usually put them down.
What's that? No, so the realtors don't steal it on you. Because if you don't have your names on it and the one side is blank, they'll steal it and put their stuff on it. Yeah, you think I'm kidding you. Okay? All right, for real. All right, next thing. You want to add the stake. $1.47, 24 by 10. Then you go down here and you get to the So 50 of them are going to cost you $655. If you do 100, no, it shouldn't have gone to there. Why did it change?
That's each, so it would be $119.50.
$518 each.
So it'd be $51.80 for 100 of them.
Okay? $5.18. And I think this one had free shipping, I thought it said. So that's even better. Get 50% off and ships the next day. Okay? So, if you want to get the $518 price, two of you get together and go 50-50. Now, if you're smart, to protect yourself, because the way it looks like this, anybody could use it, right? Put your phone number. See that? That's Google Voice. Get a Google Voice number, put it in there. Me and Sandy did this when we first started. 1 week, she might do an open house without me. I forward the Google Voice number to her. She gets all the calls. Next week, I'm there, forward it to me. The week we're together, we both had it. That's what you do. Take a Google Voice number, share it. Okay? So that's signs on the cheap. Yeah. Second one, just yard signs. Just yard signs is the second one. All right? Just yard signs is 24-hour turnaround, no extra fees. Get free shipping now on all printed things. So we go to the yard signs. Their templates are okay. You might have to get a little more creative. See, they have this one here, but you can get more creative and do what you want with them. Or maybe you like this. Hey, maybe the tracks. I'm just trying to show you real quick. 18 by 24, start designing. And then you can design it the way you want. If you need help, there's this lady I know, her name is Savannah, she'll help you. All right, we'll go to the next step. Okay, we definitely want two-sided. Okay, we want the quantity, we go with the 100 again. And the wire stand, 100, and it's $500. And free shipping. That's $5 each. The other one is $6 with the shipping.
And that one's for what, the U-turn signs or what?
No, you'd have to create that yourself. Yeah, they don't have a standard. They have this design. You'd have to create it.
You can do it in Canva.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that tough to do.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, the first website we just went to, right, which have these.
Much more expensive, inexpensive.
It's much more inexpensive, exactly, but they don't have them where they have the U-turn where I can get them all there.
No, I made them.
You made that?
I made that.
You have to submit your own design for some of these sites.
For some of them, okay.
Which is a pro and a con, because then you can really update, maybe like you don't like the spacing on that particular sign, right? Maybe you want the phone number a little closer and you want to put your name. Or like this sign, maybe you want to add the arrow and be really particular. In a design that you create, you can move elements around to make it more eye-catching or make it easier to read. If I was driving by really quickly, I wouldn't pay attention to like Ronnie DeCarlo. It would just be like the open house. Right? So if your name is particularly long or there's a particular way to spell it that you just don't want to like get that involved, and you don't have to put your name on it. You can just, from there, you can decide like how you want it to look, you know?
Where exactly do they get the Keller Williams logo from? Because I want to get shirts made, but I don't have the logo on, you know, where to.
KW348.com. And under, let me get the tab. KW348.com. Has anyone had any issues logging into KW348.com recently?
Oh yeah, before, but now I'm okay.
Okay, because we've been getting some reports, but I wanted to see if it was like across everyone. Is it in the new agent? Yes, new agent hub, and I made the button blue.
Okay, I have it 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So I'm gonna call it unless we have questions. Any more questions?